It's a beautiful Monday in Edinburgh, and I'm here to read you an incomplete story. Hey, this is Half-Baked Tales, where I share one halfway thought-through short story every week. They ain't always going to be good, but they are always on time. Last week, I flipped the script on the Greek god Prometheus and delivered my first second draft in this series. This week is a brand new fantasy story. Here is Half-Baked Tale number 20, Will the Sun Set? The sun never sets on the country of Ethysmenos. Naturally, it's impossible to keep a healthy sleep pattern. In this small section of the world, and only there, the sun long ago selected its portion of the sky and remained. The land its eternal sunshine touches was named Ethysmenos, and it was made famous worldwide. To this day, it is a regular pilgrimage and destination for many travelers. Neighboring countries experience a standard ratio of night and day. Once the Ethysmenos border is crossed, the moon claims as much ownership of the sky as the sun. This unique difference is a strange and beautiful phenomenon. However, despite its seemingly ideal circumstances, the resident population of Ethysmenos is sparse. Visitors to the country, after hours or sometimes days of golden light, crave the solace of night. It is a common travel practice for visitors to abide in neighboring countries, marveling at the drastic switch to darkness when crossing the Ethysmenos border at the end of the day. Only those born in Ethysmenos live there permanently, though this choice is not due to their love for the land. As unique as their country, Ethysmenites cannot, at any moment, endure darkness. Ethysmenites resist darkness, whether safe at home or not. If shielded from the sun by darkness, shade, or even the backs of their own eyelids, they claw their way back to it. Nothing can stop them or stand in their way, not even their own will. A deep, uncontrollable need for the sunshine imbued into them from birth awakens, and they will do harm to themselves to find their way back to it. An Ethysmenite outside of their country is a rare sight. Not only does night pose a risk, the tall, walled buildings commonly used for living and recreation create shadows the Ethysmenites cannot abide. In contrast to the standard architecture of the rest of the world, Ethysmenos structures are built wide and short to curb shadows, with no roofing. Since even closing their eyes to the sun's light bothers them, they do everything they can to be as exposed as possible. It is unfortunate to be an Ethysmenite. Though the sun demands their constant attention and devotion, it does not fulfill all their needs. Like any other human in the world, Ethysmenites require proper sleep, and the land they are tied to does not allow it. They rest in brazen sunlight, managing only short chunks of time to close their eyes before the desire for the sun awakens them. They are sunlit zombies, not yet progressed in their evolution to survive the strange conditions. As a result, their lifespans are short. They cannot leave, they cannot stay. Poor are the people of Ethysmenos. At least their few days are sunny ones. The current population of Ethysmenos fluctuates between 30 and 35 due to a high infant mortality rate. Children are born and die very quickly. Their parents struggle to soothe them, their bodies too small and weak to endure the exhaustion, and their minds incapable of understanding their need for the sun. Only 1 out of a handful of children survive infancy. Accustomed to grief, parents are quick to conceive again after losing a child. Currently, 1/3 of the population is pregnant. Except for one cluster of 5, these people are scattered across Ethysmenos, living with small families in isolated areas. The cluster of 5 lives centrally in the only densely populated area of the country, Ethysmenos Central City. Though the resident population is as small as anywhere in Ethysmenos, the visitor population is a constant, overwhelming barrage. A destination with non-stop sunshine means visitors from every time zone whenever their schedules allow. Any visitor from anywhere in the world, when asked of the time in their homeland, answers, day. As visitors exit, ready for a night's sleep, new visitors enter, energized and ready for a day of marvelous sunshine. There is much for them to explore in Ethymenos' central city. The wide-open, flat architecture is like a maze to wander through. The otherworldly, strange, yet enticing Ethysmenites open their arms to guests for services and trading opportunities. A limit on shadow-producing walls is not conducive to privacy, so Ethysmenites in the central city embrace the constant visitors as a tormenting distraction from their ever-increasing exhaustion. There are 17 Ethysmenites living in the central city. 11 work in the restaurant and the other 6 work in the lounge. The restaurant is a huge expanse of stone dotted with low tables surrounded by comfortable pillows for sitting. The larger staff of the restaurant allows hundreds of customers to be served without the slow-moving Ethysmenites needing to travel far from their stations. Little cooking is involved for the food prep. Fruit is the culinary pinnacle of Ethysmenos. The other 6 citizens have a much more leisurely job working at the lounge. They tidy and manage customer queries, but mostly the area is for quiet relaxation, a common desire for most visitors to Ethysmenos. This laid-back quality makes these positions ideal for pregnant citizens. 5 of the 6 lounge staff are currently 8 months into their pregnancies. The 6th has recently suffered a miscarriage, a surprisingly uncommon occurrence in Ethysmenos. They are all wondering which, if any, of their children are to survive. But a new child, unlike any Ethysmenos has seen before, is going to surprise them. That was Half-Baked Tale number 20, Will the Sun Set? A story pulled straight from the imagination this week. I really love when I can manage to do that. It feels really fulfilling sharing a story that I wrote specifically for the week. But I will say it is nice to let some of my older stories see the light of day. So this world I created, Ethysmenos, was developed from a prompt, specifically a short poem about a little girl who is an angel when she's good and a devil when she's bad. My first step in developing a character around this little angel demon girl was creating the world she was born into, and I wanted it to be as contradictory as she was. Ethysmenos is beautifully sunny, but the people can't survive because they can't sleep and they can't leave. I tried creating an unhealthy, codependent relationship between the land and its population, which is also where I got its name. Ethysmenos is a Greek word for addicted. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but we'll get there when we do. This country is enticing, extremely popular for visitors, but detrimental for its long-term inhabitants. It's in need of some change. Like anything I post in my Half-Baked series, nothing is set in stone and everything needs a second or third or fourth draft. But my focus here will be on what happens next. I don't imagine I'll come back to touch this establishment of world until I know where I'm ending up. I've been going back and forth about the birth of our little star angel demon girl and whether I want her to be the protagonist, the antagonist, an anti-hero. I considered for a bit introducing a second character born alongside her to act as a foil, but I'm actually leaning towards focusing on the conflict within herself. How can her destructive side save the Ethysmenites from the land they are tied to? So I'm hoping to expand on this one soon. Thank you so much for listening.